Hello, I don't like to cover topics, certain things, sensitive stuff. But, what is here, needs to be talked about. Excessively. Let me turn up my microphone so you can hear me a bit better. There. That should be better. So, let me explain. So apparently a person that goes by Wave3prime. I'm not saying that they did this, by the way. Do not harass this person. Do not do any of that. So, like I was gonna say. So, let me explain. You guys may not understand. Yes, ignore the background noise. I know it's bad, but let me explain what I'm talking about. Let me try to help with that for now. So, let me explain what happened. So apparently, this person that goes by this, do not harass them either. I'm gonna blur their name for privacy reasons. They sent me a document that I will be explaining here. So Wave Prime, this person right here, they are on Twitter. They do a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna, explain everything that's happening currently, and well, also we have to. I know we we just started this month. We did. We legit did. And there's already another person who got exposed. Let's explain. So the person who goes by Wave. So, hey guys, I've been screenshotting a lot of Wave Prime's malicious online activity, heavy amounts of cyberbullying, and some federal offenses, I believe. I do not want to keep them drift around here. My camera roll and I have to go on a treasure hunt wherever I want to show evidence, so I'm just gonna drop them here. Provide context if needed, but by the way, most of these screenshots are raw and don't have any editing or cropping. Because I have a life and I can't just be sitting there cropping them all day. So yes. This drive is made by someone else, yeah. Plus another document. We will talk about that later, actually. Now to the screenshots. First, let me figure out a way to, for y'all's sake, increase the size here. Figure it out. Whatever. So here we go. This is the first image. How am I gonna? Guys, I'm trying to figure this out. Let me just close Twitter for you guys. There. For you guys. So, let's look at it here. Think your parents should take away your screen time for a period of time. Here's an image. Justin Blockson. I'm not sure if they're a child or not. I'm not sure if they're underage. They're minor. Do not take my word for it. But let's just say for sake that they are. A computer and they don't monitor. There's another Discord figure named Kita, who is known as one of the Wave's alt, and apparently it's not actually him. But whatever, because regardless, he has still sent pictures of his genitalia, or his, how do I say this, disgusting stuff, let's say, balls, to other people, which was spreading cheese pizza of himself. However, the following may be used as evidence against Kita if he's still out there, somewhere. So I'm keeping it in here. Once again, you should be ashamed of yourself, Betty. See here. As you can see, obviously it's blurred. It's already blurred. I don't care. And Sonic was his old online name before he changed it to Wave3prime. Sonic, I draw CP, manipulate people, and I level up. My address is... Obviously, that's gonna be censored. Yeah. Got 2 more images here of him saying, I hope you get raped, dog. Womp womp to your fucking to your fucking man, you cunt bag. Go visit kikma.net. No, why? Don't. It's a gore site. No, it's not. It does not exist. Kikma.net does not exist anymore. Well, no, though. But it was a not safe for work site that showed a man getting his pickle drilled into with a drill and flesh images, etc. Talking about that certain topic, he made some rope and Sonic and SA jokes, all while being 13. Pants and jerks him. Yep. All the evidence there. Satire, funny joke that's apparently funny. Also, I couldn't have faked something that quickly. Could I? I would even have to just prove it. You're still 16 hard because you're okay. See, Sonic. Obviously, this is just, terrible, awful stuff. He does do a lot of stuff. This account claims to be impersonating but has no valid. Prove it. RTC or Roblox Twitter community member named Justin. Yes, obviously I would be sickened too. I'm getting a little sickened by this and barely have any words. And he just tries to brush it off as satire, which no. This made Justin extremely uncomfortable and drove him to private his account for a time being. Obviously, had some terrible stuff there. What he did was god awful. Doing that is awful. Chris of the infamous RTC Ships YouTube channel, probably owned by a minor, and comes to make a video of himself in my gingerbread outfit. Well, like he says, you know what? Literally disgusting. Yep. Just so much for the appropriate post. Yep. That would be porn. He said obviously that's just not Justin because he impersonates him. So the Wave situation got worse from a change to creating a shipping account and just shipping with Justin boxes. And he says lol. Groomed a 10-year-old and merely trying to use this addressing my image to put his actions in the past and hopes we know it's not working. This is what he said. Also, I'm sorry for grooming ASTD for telling him to make those weird ship art. He is 10 years old. I'm sorry for telling him to make a ship art for Justin Bloxley. I'm sorry for making the ship accounts. It was just for a bait account. He shrugged it off, apparently. Yes, the 10-year-old you admitted to groom. Alright. And he did this. Still not taking any situation seriously, which is god awful. Obviously, this is just all I will see it here, let y'all pause, read it all. No, this was very dodgy. Move on, stop talking about it. Yep. See? Can you show your hairy? I'm not gonna say that. Make a post doing it. Cap of fact. So, even worse stuff now. As you can see here, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Worse and worse. You can see here, nature pants. That's what he said. This is normal. He said he was going to apparently, quote unquote, tickle him. That's not very much a joke. If I said that, yeah, it would obviously, that wouldn't be good. Apparently, I bought liquor myself. He didn't give it to me. This is 13. He didn't even know. Yo, did you get ruined by a 22-year-old? You're being groomed. That's what he said to that. Everybody saying the OC is 15, so it's okay. No, oh, stupid. Yes. Yes. That is terrible. That doesn't justify anything. Let's go again, even further. As he said here, okay, my OC is 15, so. And he apparently moved on. He's a criminal because doing CP or cheap pizza is illegal. Especially since he's children. Move on, bro. That's what he said. You're not good at all. You're criminal. Yes. So hack the person's account Discord server by asking them to add a bot that, unbeknownst to them, gave away access to configuring and controlling the server. When confronted about it, Wave played it dumb and said, Yeah, that's awful. God awful. Let's read it. Calling out to Wave Prime for hacking my Discord. Please do not talk to me or make any contact with this guy. If you should see this person anywhere or in Discord, please block or ban him immediately. Just saying sorry does not excuse you. You have done the roof. Yep, irreversible damage. Clear, and he's not sorry because obviously he's done this a lot. Obviously, he's still doing this. That's not sorry. If you were sorry, you would stop. You would stop doing this. But instead, you keep doing it because you want to do it. You're not sorry, and you're doing it with full consciousness, knowing you're doing it. He said he's sorry, but no. He also tricked and manipulated people into downloading virus because of the Windows update. Then proceed to completely destroy the user's computer, rendering it unusable. I'm sure this is some degree of cybercrime. It is. The two people above are not Wave, they're good people who have been trying to call out infection. Plus, adding the P word, P's accounts to a group chat, which is essentially taken over due to the true owner not being able to kick him or anyone else. So he's exposing minors to sexual content. He's trying to get shirtless selfies from a person who just joined his Discord. Also, the Smash Your Past channel is where he posts images of people, usually fictional characters, who have sex with them. This service is entirely by the way, which just isn't okay. He draws character. Wave also requested a person to draw his character inappropriately and denied about it. When I asked Wave if he requested for an inappropriate, he pushed the blame to the artist. The artist has DM'd me and told me the truth. He requested for a drawing and deleted his message or caught on. Wave lied. He requested it on at Rin. Did you draw this on your own accord, or did Wave request for it? He did. I didn't request. Apparently, he didn't request it. Draw is actually shaking his. Yes, obviously, get and DM, but then Drew after we give you another request. Obviously, that's downright horrible too. Someone send it this in. Oh hell no. Wave was adding not safe for work accounts into the group channel X, formerly known as Twitter, which posed a great risk exposing minors to sexual content, which is not okay and illegal. Upon reviewing this, I realized I've already talked about it earlier in the doc, but I decided to leave it here. He also made an external account so he could add not safe for work accounts again. Once again. Also changed the group to pornography. That's not okay. This one is more to that penis rather than drawing. Also made an impersonation account, multiple people, and then has tried to blame it on another person who may have not been involved, but Wave cannot be trusted. Yes, I mean, obviously. See, Wave also seems to support Nazis. Also made accounts posing as a girl to catfish minors trying to get nudes from them, which is obviously illegal. Cheese pizza. He also manipulated people into giving that account delegation so he could then try to ruin said person's reputation by calling his friends slurs and other things. Which is terrible. That's awful. And then when asked about it, he simply said He simply said that a family member was using accounts, which is a definite lie considering his past and everything else. Obviously, yeah, his past is god awful. I will leave it here for you guys to pause. I'll leave it here for you guys to pause.
Maybe it is time for a new car, Bluey.
He also admitted to this, in which, and he actually did confirm a while back that Keto was him, so he was lying. Which friends girl asked him dick pics on Discord a while back. Yes, bro, Keto, I mean, sorry for doing that. Proof. Also faked an event for attention, thankfully it didn't work. Obviously, that's awful to lie about, mainly because, well, real people get abused by their fathers, and that's just awful. It is. He also seems to have lied and manipulate people into siding with him. And people who found out about him, they just mock and act dumb. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's worse. Even worse, right there. And he encouraged one of his manipulation victims or manipulated victims to dox themselves.
Right, I'm set the timer on my phone. When it goes off, it's Sox's turn. Okay, Muffy? I'll take that as a yes.
He actually did, and he admitted to convincing them to do it.
Okay, Muffy,
As you can see.
Sox's turn now.
That's his real address.
No, you don't have to finish your cowboy hat. You have to give
And he says he was done for doing it, which is manipulation.
Muffy.
You told him to do it. Yes, it's his fault. But the fact is that you're manipulating, which is awful. He's also sexualizing people. My ankle hurt. My ankle was fine. My ankle swelled up. Looks so goofy. Also send me a pic. You're not fat. A hot sexy titties turning your penis here. That is terrible. And accusing a YouTuber who is not just Dr. Disrespect of being a pedo with no preference.
Think about it, young lady.
Okay, that's probably a minor. Dr.
I'm sorry,
Diddy.
girls, but Muffin was
Creekcraft. He said Creekcraft was a minor. We're trying to dodge call-ups. Obviously, Wave also tried to ask people to expose their faces and voices and try to shove it off as just be curious. He's a reality show very badly because he is causing people to hurt themselves in it. And has even driven a girl to suicide, which I once. She thankfully got the help she needed, and proof of this is I'm very thankful she got the help she needed. I'm very thankful. Stuff like this happens a lot. It's terrible shit. I'm very happy she got help. I'm very happy she could get through this. Because this is just awful. This guy asked me to date with her. This guy asked me to date me within 30 minutes of meeting me. And then a day later asking for a voice and face reveal. I know I'm late, but we'll show weird ass conversations towards the other. So let's make a face reveal. Let's see how old he is. So yeah, Twitter isn't twittering. I hear it. So yeah, okay. I think it's going off. This is getting weird. How old are you? 13. He admitted he was 13 years old. He said he was 13. You don't need. I'm curious. So yeah, send on Discord. Use this boyfriend. they're trying to get them probably to send news to them. You know, that's why he wants them to be on Discord. Harassing a person on recruiting grounds was considered means similar. Oh, this is terrible. Did this to another person as well. Yep. When someone tried to talk to him about what he's doing, he blocked them. More exposing minors to horrible content. That's god awful. That's not satire. He mocked the language. He mocked the language, which is god awful. He's also treating his actions like a joke and trying to play with. This is a serious matter. I don't think he understands that. Doing this type of stuff is serious. It is extremely serious. Because this stuff can ruin you. It has ruined content creators before, and it will. Moving on from that, and when a girl said this, sometimes I wonder what if he listened? He actually turned around and said we have to do this. But no, it doesn't matter. He had a choice to make, and he made it. I have a life, so I'm going to spend some day with my family. Ta-ta for now. And he said boring, internet better. He also sent news to himself to people, including an adult pedophile, spreading the photo. That's god awful. He has also been stalking one of my friend's ex account. Okay, so let me explain. The person who made this, they have a Twitter, yes, and a Discord. They're in the sub. So I'm guessing they have a friend that has an ex account too, that he's been stalking. Ignoring him when I do anything. He would keep doing this over and over, and when we would stop him, either his parents somehow being contacted or authorities being involved. Something has to be done. Okay.